welcome to this video. Magnus is coming to join. Hi Magnus. Okay, lovely, very practical. Today we will be starting in a comfortable seat. So when you're ready, just making your way to either a kneeling position or a cross-legged position, whatever is more comfortable for you. If you're kneeling, make sure that your bum is making contact with the heels so that we're not putting too much strain on the knees. And if it doesn't, feel free to use a pillow. So wherever you are, just taking a moment to arrive on your mat as always. Closing off the eyes, perhaps rolling the shoulders back away from the ears, growing tall in the crown of the head, tall in the spine. Allowing the belly to flop. And giving yourself permission to simply be just for a few moments. Simply breathing and simply feeling into the body and into the breath. Noticing the state of the mind, if it drifts off easily, if it's chaotic, if it's busy, and if it is, that is okay. The brain is a little bit of a rebel, and when we tell it to have no thoughts, and we tell ourselves, don't think about anything, shut off the mind, actually brings about even more stress to the brain. So any thoughts that are coming, invite them in and breathe. Allow your breath to create space within the mind. Every inhale expanding and every exhale softening. Arriving at a more conscious, deeper breath. Create space within the mind as you inhale. Soften the thoughts as you exhale. Two more like this. Pausing for a moment, feeling into the body, into the vibrations, the sensations, anything you're feeling beneath the surface of the skin. Roll the shoulders back, bring some movement, shine the heart. Let's do one more. And open your eyes. Bring the left hand down to the earth. Inhale, swing your right arm over towards the right, up towards the sky, and exhale, find a little bit of a side stretch, grounding that right hip down. As we lengthen, we want to keep the arm straight because when we bend it, there's a tendency to send the energy down. We want to stretch towards the side and lengthen. Big inhale here. Exhale, bring the arm back to center, onto the ground. Inhale, reach the left hand towards the left, up towards the sky. Exhale, find your stretch on this side. Keeping the chest open to the front rather than down to the ground. Last breath here. On the exhale, bring the left hand across the face and down to center. Both hands to heart center. We keep the elbows bent. Inhale, shine the heart. Shift the weight forward a little bit. Lift the gaze. Open the hands. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Curve in the spine, chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, push the chest open. Open the hands. Lift the gaze. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Last one. Inhale, we shine. Exhale, we bring it in. Come back to neutral. Bring the knees into the chest. We're going to balance in between our sitting bones and our tailbone. Come onto the tiptoes first. Hold on to the knees. Shoulders away from the ears. And when you're ready, shift the weight back a little bit to lift the feet. Pausing here. Really squeezing the knees towards the chest. We don't want a gap in between the thighs and the chest. Find your balance, find your center, find your breath, find your core. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the feet back down. Send the knees out towards the sides, soles of the feet together. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we fold. You don't have to take it very deep. It's the beginning of your practice. Be gentle with yourself. Last one here. And slowly coming back up. Beautiful. Let's make it our way towards a tabletop position. Hips over the knees, wrists underneath the shoulders. Nice. Good boy. Just here is perfect. Okay. From tabletop, let's work through 2 cat-cows, starting with an inhale, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, curving through the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, continuing to wave through. Oh, you can see, you just saw Magnus itch, sorry. Exhale, opening the vertebra, mindful movement, flowing with the breath. Coming back to a neutral position. Inhale, send the left leg behind you. We push through the heel. We're not arching in the back, navel towards the spine, scooping that lower belly under, really pushing into the hands. We're going to stay here for today. 3 more breaths. Be mindful that the hip doesn't open. We're grounding the left hip down, really using the external oblique. Big inhale. On your exhale, we're going to swing that left leg out towards the side. Pausing here. So the toes are facing forward. The foot is flat on the mat. Send the tailbone up and back. So we're not curving in the spine. Keep reaching that tailbone behind you. Knuckles of the hands grounded into the earth. One more breath here. And come back towards tabletop. Walk the hands forward, 1 hand length of where they were. On an inhale, shift the weight forward so shoulders are over the wrists. On an exhale, bend the elbows halfway. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, we come back down. 2 more. Inhale, really squeezing the elbows into the body. Exhale, you should feel the elbows on your rib cage. Last one. Inhale, push. We go all the way down this time. Slowly come to halfway and then all the way as you exhale. Inhale, find your cobra. Squeeze the back body, shine the heart. Child's pose. Exhale. Take a moment to pause here. The head can rest on the mat. Really stretching the fingertips as far away from you as possible. The elbows are lifted off the ground. Stretching in the shoulders, the side body. Use your core to glide the hands back. Come to find a seat on your heels. Place the hands on your lower back, fingertips facing up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, the back body, the elbows together. Inhale, shine the heart towards the sky. Lift the gaze. And exhale, come back to your tabletop. We're going to do the right leg this time. Inhale, lift the right leg. I just said right. Pushing through the back heel. We don't want that hip to open out towards the side. Hip stay square to the mat. Lengthen the leg. Belly button, navel towards the spine. That's the word I'm looking for. 3 more breaths. Crown of the head forwards and the knuckles firmly on the earth. Big inhale here. Exhale, swing that right leg over towards the right side. I'm just going to swap. I don't quite have the space. Beautiful. Keep sending that tailbone up and back behind you. Navel towards the spine. Come back to your breath if you notice your mind wandering off. Your conscious breath. The breath that brings you back to the present moment. Big inhale here. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Bring the hands forward just a little bit. We're coming to downward facing dog. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale here. Send the bum towards the sky. Exhale. Paddling through the feet, bending the knees one at a time. Finding some movement, some physicality to your body, some heat inside, really building strength as we start to move a little bit more. Keep grounding the knuckles of the hands into the earth. When you're ready, find stillness. Tailbone towards the sky, scooping the lower belly under. On an inhale, lift the heels and slowly, as slow as possible, wave forward towards plank. Imagine that you're trying to pierce your spine through your back body. Slower, you shouldn't be there yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. And settle into your plank. Beautiful. Pause here. Hold it. Be mindful that that bum isn't coming up towards the sky. Squeeze the core. 2 more breaths. You've got this. Strong body, strong mind. Inhale here. Bring the knees down. Child's pose. Exhale. Beautiful. Breathe. Come back to tabletop and swap the hands so the palm is facing up towards the sky. We did this stretch in our wrist clasp the other week. Fingertips facing the knees, tuck the back toes under and send the bum towards the heels. The elbows aren't coming towards the sides. We keep the arms straight as we send the energy back towards the heels. We probably won't sit all the way down, and that's absolutely fine. Two more breaths here. Keeping the toes tucked under behind you. Bring the bum to sit on the heels and release the hands. Shake it off with the hands. Interlace the fingers and do figures of 8 with the wrists. and then the other way. Beautiful. Bring the weight forward again, release the toes. Tap, tap, tap the feet. And then tuck the back toes under, find downward facing dog in your own time. 2 more breaths here. Just gonna swap again. Get disoriented otherwise. And then walk the hands back towards your feet. Keep sending the tailbone towards the sky as you do so. So not bending the knees and arching. You find length as we walk back, hanging in ragdoll at the back of the mat. No tension in the neck. Allow yourself to hang loose. If a swing feels good, you can swing. And as always, if stillness is where you need to be, that is perfect. Let it go. 3 more breaths. Release the hands to the mat. Bend the knees slowly, roll up. Bring the hands to the hips at the top. Inhale. Bring the right knee up towards the chest. Pausing here. Strong standing leg. We want to use the core. So you shouldn't really be feeling it too much in your thigh. Be mindful that the weight isn't shifting back. We're finding a gentle tuck in the tailbone to bring that knee closer towards the chest. 1 more breath. Exhale, send it back to the earth. As the other side, shift the weight. Inhale, allow the core to really contract to bring that knee up. Crown of the head reaching tall towards the sky. Navel to spine. Squeeze and scoop that lower belly in. Big inhale here. Exhale, release. Chin to chest, roll all the way down. When your hands reach the bottom, bend the knees, slowly roll all the way back up. Make sure your feet are hip width apart when you do this. Our feet haven't moved. Chin to chest. We roll down, feet parallel. And we come back up, last one. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms towards the sky. Exhale, bring them back. 2 more. Inhale, breathe and move, body together. Hands to heart. Inhale, open the arms out towards the side, shine the heart towards the sky. Exhale, give yourself a hug, chin to chest. 1 more. Inhale, open, moving with the breath, creating space. Exhale, hug. Release the hands by your side. Chin to chest, we roll all the way down to the mat. When our hands reach the earth, walk to downward facing dog. We're going to wave forwards to plank in 6 counts. So on an inhale, start to lift the heels. 1. Start to send the tailbone up towards the sky. 2. Start to shift the weight towards the navel. 3. Towards the upper back body. 4. A little bit more towards the shoulders. 5. And then settle in your plank. 6. Pause here and breathe. We're not dropping the head. Gazing down at the earth, crown of the head facing forward. Last breath. Bring the knees down to the mat. As you exhale, lower the whole body to the mat. Elbows into the body. Fingertips just off the mat on either side. And in line with the shoulders, we send the elbows towards the sky. Press the tops of the feet into the earth to engage the legs and lift the kneecaps just off the mat. Inhale, we squeeze the back body, bring the shoulders back just slightly, barely pressing into the fingertips to lift the heart. Exhale, we make our way back down. 2 more like this. Inhale, it's the back body doing the work. I should be able to do it without the hands. Exhale, we come down. Last one. Inhale, and pause here. Lift the fingertips. 2 breaths, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth, squeezing the shoulder blades together as much as possible. Exhale, release. Create a pillow with your hands. Place your right ear on your hands. Send the left knee out towards the side for a little hip stretch. So here, the closer the left foot is towards the midline of the body, the not easier, the softer it will be for your hip. If you want to make it a little bit more spicy, you can send the foot away from the midline. Similarly, to make it more spicy, you bring the knee up higher, or softer, you bring the knee down a little bit, finding whatever works for you. Pause here for 4 more breaths. I invite you to allow the belly to be soft and completely relaxed on the earth. Your whole body is soft. Your whole body is relaxed. You can close up the eyes and give yourself permission to simply be and simply breathe. One more breath here. And then send that leg back long. Swap ears. So bring your left ear down onto your hands and send the right knee out towards the side. Again, the higher it goes, the spicier it will be. And the further away your foot is from the midline of your body, the spicier it will be. So finding whatever variation works for you. And even in this restorative pose, breathing conscious breaths, being aware of the breath and how we breathe keeps us in the present moment, helps soften the mind and quieten the thoughts. And slowly bring that right leg back long. Interlace the fingers behind you the awkward way. So whatever feels a little bit strange to do. Reach the arms long. Start to feel the shoulders lift. Start to press the tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the back body. Lift the chest. Lift the gaze. Be mindful that the shoulders aren't creeping up. We're really sending them as far away from the ears as possible. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press back to child's pose. Pause. Be with yourself. Be with your breath. ready, slowly making your way back up towards a tabletop. And from tabletop, walking the hands forward and melting the heart to the earth. We want to keep the hips directly on top of the knees. Be mindful that we're not flaring in the rib cage, so allowing it to flop open. Squeeze the rib cage together, engage the core, squeeze that rib cage so it's in the shoulders that we're accessing and feeling the stretch. If your head makes contact with the earth, feel free to allow the earth to take the weight of your head. Long, deep, steady breaths. Allow your heart to melt into your mat. Give yourself away to your practice. One more breath here. And slowly walk yourself back up. Come to sit on your heels. Bring your hands to heart center. On your inhale, reach the prayer to the sky. On the exhale, open the prayer, reach the arms out towards the side, full circle, meet them back at center. We're going to circle the other way. Inhale, we open the prayer downwards, send the energy towards the sky, and then bring it back to our heart from the universe. One more each way. Inhale, send your prayer to the sky. Scoop the energy, you bring it round and circle it back into you from the bottom. Last one. Inhale, we open down, sweep up, send towards the sky and bring it back down to your heart. Beautiful. Big inhale here. Find child's pose, melt, exhale. Two more breaths here. And when you're ready, gently come up and let's find a seat on our mat. Let's bring the leg out long in front of us. I'm going to do it diagonally to make sure I'm in shot. Toes towards the face. Left sole of the foot, actually first, left knee is going to come towards the chest, and then the knee out towards the side, left sole of the foot towards the right leg. From here, we open our right leg out towards the side. Perfect. Reach the right hand on top of the right leg. Big inhale, open the left hand towards the sky. Exhale, fold over, keeping the heart and chest open. Arm is long and straight, reaching towards the side rather than down. One more breath here. Inhale, come back up. Left hand behind us on the ground. Send the hips towards the sky. Inhale, push into that left hand, push into the left knee, into the right foot. Open the heart, reach the arm up and back. And exhale, slowly make your way back down. Move like you're in honey. Let's swap sides. So start with your arms, with your legs out in front of you. Right knee towards the chest. Send the knee out towards the side and then open the left leg out. Left hand on top of that left leg. Inhale, reach the right arm towards the sky. Exhale, take a side stretch towards the leg. Remember, you do not have to go far. Be mindful, we don't want to be crunching over the leg like this. Even if it feels like you haven't gone very far at all, that's okay. Beautiful long spine. We're extending from the lower back of the right side on this side. One more breath. And slowly coming back, right hand behind you. We push into that hand, into the right knee. Inhale, open. And exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly we come back down. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a big, big hug. We'll be here just for a couple of breaths. Really give yourself permission to hug yourself. You're not doing it just because Magli has said to put our arms around our legs. Hug yourself. Thank you, body. Thank you, me, for showing up, for moving, for breathing. When you're ready, slowly release the back onto the mat. Keep the knees bent, feet hip width apart, close to the bum that you might just be able to tickle the heels with the fingertips. Arms are by your side. We push into the feet as we find a gentle tuck in the tailbone. Inhale, lift the hips, and let's reach the arms up towards the sky as well and stretch them behind the head. On the exhale, we slowly roll one vertebra at a time back down to the earth, and our arms come back beside us. Two more like this. Push into the feet. Inhale, reach up, and even as we reach up, keep pushing into the feet. Arms stretch behind the head. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last one. Inhale, tuck, push, lift, open, stretch. Exhale, slow and steady. Beautiful. Knees into the chest. Hands on the knees. Circle them into the sky. Little massage on that lower back, one way and then the other. Find happy baby. So knees towards the armpits. We grab either at the shins, ankles, or outsides of the feet, or even the big toe with the two-piece finger and thumb. There's a tendency here for that tailbone to come up. We lengthen the tailbone down to the earth, long spine. You'll feel it more in the hips, and perhaps it'll feel like your knees don't come as close to your armpits, and that's absolutely fine. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. If you're feeling like your hamstrings need a little bit of a stretch, feel free to lengthen one at a time or both. And if they don't, just enjoying your happy baby. Keeping mindful of that tailbone, we lengthen and ground it to the earth. Almost as if you're trying to lift the lumbar spine off the mat. And slowly release. Send the legs out long. Take a moment to pause. Bend the right knee. And then send that knee over towards the left side, right hand over towards the right side. Deep breaths in the twist, bringing out any leftover tension. Come back to center. Right leg goes long, left leg bends. Send that knee over towards the right side. Lengthen the left arm over towards the left side. Being soft and gentle. One more breath. And slowly come back, lengthening both legs and finding your final relaxation pose. palms facing up towards the sky. Completely surrendering yourself to your practice, to your mat, to your beautiful self. Big inhale here. Open the mouth side out. Be soft. Be gentle. Enjoy your Shavasana. If you have the time to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you can, sorry if you can hear Magnus, then I invite you to stay in your relaxation just for a few more moments, as long as possible really. Enjoy your relaxation. Thank you for practicing with me.